Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, hi, welcome, join the fam. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today I'm going to be talking about what's happening in the market right now. I know it's all over the news. Everyone's like, what? Especially if you're not investing in stocks, you're like, what the hell is going on? And you know, we're gonna get to do some education. Okay, we're gonna educate ourselves so that we can be all on the same page. Okay, so basically this all started with GameStop. So GameStop, y'all know GameStop. People used to go to GameStop back in the days to get video games, but then we've transitioned to online video games now. So GameStop basically is out of business, and every company that goes public, usually the IPO, which is like where they go public and people can buy stocks of that company, and whenever we buy stocks in a company, we increase the value of the company, so that stock goes up. So basically GameStop has been out of business for, not out of business, I don't know if they're still, I think they still have an online platform, but GameStop doesn't, you know, they closed their physical locations. So GameStop is not GameStop what it used to be anymore. So, you know, the stock actually reflected that. So the stock price has been down for years. It has not moved. So basically, when that happens, billionaires, they have a way to make money. Follow. When you are investing in the stock market, whether you are investing long term or whether you're day trading or trading in general, you can make money off of a company, whether it is going up or down, which is the beauty of this all, because literally no matter what happens, you can make money. So people have been using this for so long, and you know, we're just not getting put on. It's cool, now we know. Okay, so basically, remember I told you guys that whenever you buy more stocks and more shares of this company, the value of the company goes up, right? The same thing happens if the company is doing poorly. Oh my god, I can't believe y'all almost caught me in 4K not wearing any lashes on. I always gotta have my Mondi lashes on, but this is actually perfect because I'm going to be using this as an example. Okay, so let's say you first hear about my company and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to buy some shares. So what you want to do is hit the link in my bio and sign up for Webull, because they'll actually give you 4 free stocks to get you started, and they have a nice little platform. And Robinhood's kind of trash. That's another conversation. We'll talk about that. But you want to go and buy you some shares. So you get there and you actually type it in, and whenever it pops up, you're like, wait, hold up, why is it so expensive? So sometimes you want to go and buy stocks, but it's really expensive, and especially because you know that they're not going to do well right now. You think they're going to do well in the future. If you think that they're going to fall in the short term, something that you can do is short sell. Okay, so that's actually the whole thing that's happening here. So basically what you can do is go to Webull and say, hi Webull, so I actually want to borrow some shares from you and I'll return them later. And then they're like, all right, bet. They're like, which shares do you want to borrow? And you'll tell them, okay, Mondi Lashes, right now they're trading at $10. I will buy this from you, but I'm borrowing it. Okay, so you get them from Webull and they'll give it to you for $10. So in the short term, whenever, God forbid, talk about my company falling, no, but basically, let's say the company drops down to $5. It's good for you. That's what you wanted to happen. So you borrowed shares for $10. So you can actually go buy the company now for $5 and then keep $5 in profit. So every share that you borrow, you have to return to the broker because it's not yours. You just borrowed it. So you borrowed for 10 and you bought it back for 5 at what it's currently trading at. Now you get to keep $5 in return. So that is something that you can do with any company. Now, short selling is great and all, but it is incredibly risky because you have to be right. You better be right, because remember, everything that you borrow from your broker, you have to return it back to them. Okay, so you buy those shares at $10, but what happens if they increase and they're $15 now you have to buy them at $15 to return them back to your broker because they do not belong to you. So if they're $15, you're basically losing $5 because you borrowed it for $10, and now you're going to have to pay an extra $5 to buy them for $15 to give it back to your broker. That's just if they're $15. What about if they're $20, $30, $50, $100 more? Then you are losing so much more. So when you're short selling, the amount of money that you can lose is literally like an infinite amount. You can lose so much money depending on how far the stock price rises. So that's basically what's happening here with GameStop. So because the company was not doing well, a lot of these big hedge fund managers and corporations, they were like, GameStop is trash and we're gonna make billions off of this. So they actually bought more short positions than there are actually available. So they bought more shares that are actually available to the public to be traded, which is nuts. So I think it was like 130% of that. So all of these companies are shorting the stock. So they all have billions of dollars into shorting the stock. Hedge fund managers and these big corporations and billionaires have been making money building their empire off of shorting companies for the longest. Okay, so retail investors, that's considered you and I, like whenever we go and buy our little 2-3 stocks here and there, even if we buy 1,000 stocks here and there, that's not really moving the stock price the way people think it is. You know, it's these big corporations that are putting millions and billions into these companies, so they're the ones that are really making the big move. It's important for me to know here that this did not just happen to GameStop. Okay, so that's why you guys saw GameStop, AMC, Nokia, Cost, like a bunch of other older companies that are not, you know, it's not really the next hot stock to go buy, but these companies have been shorted and basically held back for so long. And basically how this whole thing started was this community on Reddit called Wall Street Bet. They saw that most of the stocks that are available are shorted, you know, like all of these short positions are open for GameStop, and they were like, hey, actually, if I go and buy this stock right now, and you go and buy this stock right now, and all of us actually go and pour our money into the stock right now, it's going to increase the stock price. When a lot of money is being poured into a stock, all of a sudden, the stock price will go up. But remember that I told you guys that there are more short positions available than actual shares. So all of these people who have their short positions open, they basically are going to have to close out their positions. When you close out your position, it's when you buy back the stock so that you can give it back to your broker. So if you go buy a share and I go buy a share and I buy 10,000 here and you buy 20,000 there and you hold it and you don't sell it to anybody, you just hold on to it, then these people who all have these short positions open for billions of dollars, they're going to have to buy it back from us at a higher price, because the more money that comes back, the higher the share price is going to rise. And remember, if you have a short position, you're going to have to give it back to the broker. So whenever the stock price increases, you're going to have to buy it back at the higher price no matter what. Okay, so they basically they went and bought a bunch of shares. They're holding on to their shares. They're not backing down. And the more money that comes into GameStop, the higher the share price rises. Then the more these hedge fund managers are losing, because they're just watching their positions crumble underneath their fingers. Okay, because all their billions are literally slipping away because they have to buy back those shares so that they can return it to the broker. But they have to buy it back now at a higher price because GameStop is to the moon. When this whole thing started a few days ago, people did not know how high it was gonna go, but Wall Street Bet already had a price target of $1,000. So they said that they're not selling their shares, they're keeping it and holding them up until it reaches $1,000. So basically, if you are a hedge fund manager that has a short position right now, your job is to make sure that you are closing your position, because you will lose all of your money, because the more it goes, the more the stock price rises, the more money you're losing. So you might as well just close it. So again, whenever they do close these positions, they are losing out on all their money. So far, people have been losing billions and billions of dollars, and that's why it's causing a whole big frenzy. Everyone is upset, but it's like, you'll be okay. All right, so that's basically the rundown, and people have tried doing it with other companies. They also tried to do it with AMC and Nokia and all these other companies, but you know, with all the restrictions that just came through today, Robinhood closed and we were not allowed to buy and sell anything. So I had AMC stocks and I was not able to buy more. I was not able to sell for a while until they opened it back up and said, hey, if you have shares already, then you can just sell them, but you cannot buy more, which also is a problem, because whenever a stock price drops a little, you kind of want to average down and buy more so that your average is, you know, like a little lower so that you can make more money. It's like a whole thing. But basically that was really problematic and it's kind of illegal. So it's a whole thing right now, but now you're up to date. If you like this video, please make sure that you like it. That would really help me out and help out my channel and help the YouTube algorithm, and maybe it'll suggest it to somebody who needs to know. So go ahead and share this video too if you found it helpful, and subscribe to my channel, man. I kind of like doing these videos, so go ahead and subscribe for more and hit the little bell next to it. So hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so that you can be notified the next time I post a video, and I will see you guys I'm out of breath. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.